Hello everyone, this is a tutorial for making reptile skin in Blender. You're going to want to start off by making any object. I'm using a sphere here just to model the baseline texture, but it can really be anything. I'm just going to increase the segments in the rings so that the sphere is pretty high resolution. Next, you make a new material, and you're going to add in a Voronoi texture, add in another Voronoi texture, and then add a mix RGB. Connect those two Voronoi textures' distances to the mix RGB, and then connect the color of the mix to the base color of your material. Change both of the Voronoi textures from end sphere radius to distance to edge, and then increase the scale on both of them. Make sure one Voronoi texture has a higher scale than the other. Pop in a color ramp and make sure the mix texture is feeding into that. And then add some color to the color ramp. At your left end, you're going to want some black for the crevices between the kind of scales. In the middle, you can have some color. I'm using red, but you could use green or blue or whatever you like. And at the end, you should have a lighter color for kind of the middle of the scales. Shift the sliders to create the color that you want on your texture. Next, add a noise texture to the mix, and make sure you connect that to the FAC. Next, add in a vector displacement. Take the color output from your mix RGB and put that into the vector node. Next, take the displacement node from your vector displacement and put that into the displacement node of your material output. Switch to the cycles rendering system, and in your material settings tab, make sure you turn the displacement to displacement and bump. Next, add a texture coordinate and take the object node, put that into the vector of both your Voronoi textures. Then you're going to want to adjust the scale of your vector displacement because right now it kind of looks like a porcupine. I would advise setting the scale somewhere between 0.05 and 0.01, but it's up to you how bumpy you want that to be. Next, adjust the specular and the roughness. I would advise setting the specular moderately high and the roughness moderately low because scales look better when they're a little bit shiny. Finally, set up your camera to showcase your skin texture however you would like. Keep in mind that you can always change the colors on your color ramp to make your reptile's scales look however you want.